All right, so this is a video on how to access the Robinhood chain. So a lot of you guys were asking about that arrow trade that I took yesterday. That was over here. This is just a Robinhood. They're like a DEX lending platform, so you can actually check out their website. My favorite place to look up coins to find their proper website is coinmarketcap.com. This is one of the top sites. They'll give you a lot of information on the crypto market, like the Fear and Greed Index, also the total market cap, and then the price of every single coin. So what I can do is I can like click in here to a coin. I can click into Solana, and then I can come down here and I can look at their website. Like all their links and stuff are right here. So you could see Solana. You can click on the X button here, and it'll take you over to their Twitter account. So that's how I like to verify coins, is through this website. So you could also look at their website, things like that. So whenever I want to look up a coin or look into a coin, right, I go to coinmarketcap.com and I do my fundamental research. So this coin right here, this is built on the Robinhood chain. You guys know the Robinhood chain it's the hottest sector right now, right? So I want some exposure to that ecosystem, right? I'm not going all in on the coin. I just want some exposure in my portfolio to the name. And out of all the coins I've researched on the Robinhood chain, this is the one that stood out the most. Why did it stand out? Well, the thing I like the most about it is that all the circulating supply is already in circulation. So that's a good thing. That means they're not going to quote unquote print more. They're already all in the market. They're already owned. Okay, that's 90% of the circulating supply. So I like to see that number. I like to see this circle full. Okay, that's a big plus, because again, that protects you against inflation, because there's only 10 million of them ever going to be available. Like how there's only 21 million with Bitcoin, there's only 10 million Arrow. Okay, and once the 21 million Bitcoin are mined, there can be no more printed. It's not like the dollar where they're just printing money, right? It's like this is programmed. There can only ever be 10 million coins, and 9 million of them are already in circulation. So if you go to like Bitcoin, you'll see, again, the max supply is 21 million, and there's 20 million already in supply. So pretty soon, I can't remember the exact year of when it's going to happen, but all these are going to be circulating, which means they can't print more, which means whatever's on the market's on the market. Whatever someone pays for it is what someone pays for it. So the reason the value of the dollar goes down and prices of things go up is just because they keep printing money, right? It's an endless supply of money that they just keep printing and printing and printing. So you can't do that with Bitcoin. Once there's 21 million, once they're all in the market, you can't print anymore. So that's why they look at Bitcoin as a scarce asset. Is Arrow a scarce asset? Yeah, there's only 10 million. It's just like how there's only so much gold in the world. So again, I came down here. I did my research on them. I checked out their Twitter. Really like them. I know they only have like 6,000 followers, but they're brand new, right? They just joined this month. This coin was just launched. And they're not just a meme coin, like they're an actual DEX. So if you click on their link tree right here in their Twitter, you can look at their website, you can look at their staking, you can purchase Arrow. And I'm going to show you guys how to buy it here in just a second, but this is the fundamental stuff that I like to go through, right? If it's just a meme coin, like look at their website. Okay, they have all kinds of stuff. So if you go up here to launch testnet, okay, they have, you can borrow against your assets. So if you guys know what Avave is, or Morpho, you can lend your assets. So you can lend your Microsoft stock and borrow against it. So you can borrow up to 50% of the value of your Microsoft stock. So if you supplied $1,000 worth of Microsoft, or $10,000 worth of Microsoft, okay, you could borrow up to 55% of that. So 55% of 1,000 would be 550. This is real world asset stuff, guys. The world is going to be tokenized. Every stock is going to be tokenized. You're going to be able to lend your stocks out and borrow against those stocks. Okay? And again, would I recommend doing that? I don't know. It depends on your goals, and it depends on what you're doing, right? I don't participate in that stuff because I don't fully understand it yet, but all I know is that it's coming, right? This is going to be a very big deal. Okay, so you can see all the stocks you can just lend, and then you can borrow USDA, which is or AUSD, which is going to be the Arrow stablecoin. You could borrow against it. So I can supply $100 worth of Microsoft, and I can borrow $55 worth of that. So instead of selling Microsoft, I could just lend it and borrow against it. Okay, so that's how that works, right? And then there's staking, so you can also open up a liquidity pool with them. We've talked about liquidity pools in the DeFi course inside the Discord. If you guys haven't looked at that course yet, learned about liquidity pools, you guys can learn about that here in the DeFi course, completely free over here in the Discord. There's a few videos there, playlists there if you guys want to watch more about this. But again, I have done my research on this, and everything I see, it's not telling me that's a meme coin. I know everyone just thinks Aerodrome, the Robinhood chain is just a meme coin. It's not. They're building real projects. We got to find the fundamental projects like this. And last but not least, I'll show you how to buy it here. So if you want to see what coins are on the Robinhood chain, you come to Uniswap.com. So to get into Uniswap, this is a decentralized exchange. So Coinbase and Robinhood are centralized exchanges. Uniswap is a decentralized exchange. Okay, so there's decentralized exchanges, centralized exchanges. How decentralized are these? I don't know. I mean, I don't know. All I know is that it's an exchange where I can exchange my funds for tokens that are not listed on Robinhood and Coinbase. Okay, ideally, what we would want to do is get into coins before they get listed on those platforms. Right? We want to get into those coins before they get listed. So if we're getting into Arrow, it gets listed on Robinhood, that's going to bring in a ton of liquidity to it. And it's on the Robinhood chain. Robinhood has launched their own Robinhood chain. Robinhood has a massive amount of users, millions and millions and millions. So they can list their coins at any time. Nothing's stopping them from doing that. So it's just an interesting concept, right? And it's brand new, so it's very new. Okay, but sometimes when you get in on some of these newer projects early, like we're literally getting in the first month. It just launched in July, and it's July 15th I'm making this video, so it's still very early. So what you want to do to get to those coins, right? And again, I don't trade meme coins, guys. This is not a meme coin to me. This is an altcoin with real utility, with staking, with lending, right? And they're doing the real world asset stuff. So again, people are going to be able to borrow against their stocks and their dollars, right? And that's going to bring revenue to the protocol, right? That's going to increase revenue as more and more people migrate over to those services. So again, to find the Robinhood coins, you come up here to Uniswap. Just go to uniswap.com. You will need a decentralized wallet. So I am using MetaMask right now. Okay, so to connect your wallet, what you do, I'm going to disconnect it. Okay, so you come to the site and it looks like this. You probably just go to Uniswap.com, okay, or go to that site, type in Uniswap and click the link if you want to be very sure, but it's just uniswap.com. So I can swap ETH for whatever I want here. I can swap ETH for Arrow. So I'm not going to make a whole video on how to connect your wallet. If you guys want to learn how to do that, go watch the DeFi course over here. Okay. I don't want to go over that in this video. This is a little more advanced. Again, I have a video that shows you how to set up a hard wallet, which is something that you need, and also how to connect it. So here's how to connect it right now. So you just click on this. You're going to want one of these wallets. So you can download the Uniswap wallet, the MetaMask wallet, the Phantom wallet, and they have other wallets. I personally use MetaMask. So I'm just going to enter my password here, and then I'm going to connect. Okay, so now my wallet is connected. So now my wallet's connected. There's my funds. Okay, so what I'm going to do to go buy Aerodrome, which is the coin I want to buy, is I'm going to click on Explore, and then I'm going to come over here to the Robinhood chain. Okay, and then you just click on this button. You can select, it's probably defaulted to all networks. You can go to any chain, but we're looking at the Robinhood chain. So what we want to look for is our token. So we're just going to type in Arrow, and there it is right there. Okay, and another way that you can verify this contract address is you come over here to the coinmarketcap.com, and you come down here and you see where it says contracts. You copy this address right here, okay, and you come over here to, this is just so you know you got the right one, but I just showed you it's the only one on the Robinhood chain. So you just paste it, and that will actually pop it up too. So again, you come to coinmarketcap.com, type in Arrow. Okay, you want to make sure you're on the right one, so you click on this and you verify right all the information. You click on their website, you make sure it's the right website, right, their Twitter, that'll take you to their Twitter. Okay, and then to really verify the contract address, you can just come here to contracts, click copy. Again, come over to the decentralized exchange, hit paste, boom, there's Arrow right there, and you could verify these details too. So it says a $16 million market cap. Okay, it says this is about a $17 million market cap. So yeah, it's the right coin. So that's how you do it. And then all you need to do is send Ethereum to your decentralized exchange here, to your decentralized wallet. Okay, so you're going to buy Ethereum in Robinhood or Coinbase. You're going to send it over to your wallet address. So if you want to receive something in MetaMask here, all you got to do is hit receive here. Okay, and then that's going to give you your address. So receive crypto, boom. Okay, you're just going to copy that address right there. Okay, you're just going to click copy. That's your wallet address. So if someone was to send you crypto, you would send them this address. Okay, and then you just paste that when you send the crypto. And again, I go over all this in the DeFi course, but that's how you buy Arrow. Again, you need a decentralized wallet, MetaMask, and then fund it with Ethereum. So again, I would go over to my Robinhood account. I would buy I would buy Ethereum. I would send that Ethereum into this wallet. Then I would go over here to trade, and then I would exchange it. I'll just do a little bit right now for that contract address. So if I was on the trade tab, again, I could just come over here to this page here, click on the address, right? Click on copy address, come over here, boom, select token, paste the token. There it is. Okay, continue, and then I could swap, right? I could swap 25% of this, right? Or I could do the max, or however much you want to buy. Just review, hit swap, okay? And then it's going to ask you to confirm the transaction. I'm going to confirm it. Okay, it takes a second sometimes. That's confirmed. Then I'll hit confirm again. Boom. So that just swapped it. So now that Arrow is in my wallet. And if I want to view my portfolio, I could just go to portfolio right here, and that will tell me the coins that I own. I got Plume, I got Arrow. Okay, I can see my portfolio value. So Uniswap's an awesome website. I'm invested in their coin just because I believe this stuff is going to be huge. It's a great way to get access to projects before they get listed on Robinhood. Before you could get in on projects very early by doing this. So that's that. If you guys have any questions, let me know down in the comments. God bless you. Peace.